Today we're going to learn about keeping our online activities safe and private. We will look at two cool products from Deeper Network, the Deeper Connect Air and the Deeper Connect Mini Set. These two devices use something called the Decentralized VPN, which is a special way to protect your internet connection. We will also talk about how these products can help with crypto mining, which is a way to earn digital money. Let's find out how these products work and if they're good for keeping your network safe. Now, before we dive deeper into the products, let's have a quick refresher on what a VPN is and how the internet works. Each of your devices has a unique identifier known as an IP address, similar to how every website has its own IP. When you want to access a resource like a YouTube video or a product on a web shop, your device makes a request to that server. However, these requests can be tracked back to your IP address, linking your online behavior to your identity. This is where VPNs come in. They encrypt your data and mask your IP address, making it appear as if your requests are coming from an anonymous user. While VPNs offer privacy, they still rely on centralized servers, which can be vulnerable to attacks that might compromise your personal data. This is where the Deeper Connect sets itself apart. Unlike traditional VPNs, Deeper Connect operates on a decentralized network. This means that instead of routing your traffic through a single server, your data is processed across a network of nodes. Each node in the Deeper network contributes to the overall security and privacy of the system. Because there's no central point of failure, it reduces the risk of attacks that could compromise your personal data. In summary, while traditional VPNs offer a layer of privacy by masking your IP address and encrypting your data, they come with a risk due to their centralized nature. So now we've got that out of the way, let's go over what's inside the box. Let's start with a Deeper Connect Air. And you can see that everything is in one piece, everything is laser cut, and the antennas are built into the device. The packaging also includes a USB-C to USB-A adapter. Now, if you want to get started with it, all you need is power. It doesn't necessarily need to be connected to your computer, but if you are connecting to a laptop, it's easy, just plug it in and it takes the power from the laptop. An alternative would be using your phone's USB-C port, or as I am doing for this review, I'm just using a power bank. Just connect it, and as long as it has power, it's going to start running the network. Now that I have plugged this in, let's take a look at our Wi-Fi connections. After plugging in the device, I waited about 3 minutes and then I was able to see Deeper Wi-Fi pop up, followed by several numbers. I'm going to connect to this and the default password is I love Deeper. If you look at the back of your Deeper Connect Air device, you'll find your admin IP address, which is 11.22.33.44 or 34.34.34.34. We're going to put that IP into a web browser after we connect it to this Wi-Fi. And the username of the dashboard that will pop up is admin and the password is also admin. Make sure to change the Wi-Fi network passcode and the dashboard admin password. That's the first thing that I did. For me personally, the value of the Deeper Connect Air is truly when I go on a vacation or go and visit on public Wi-Fi networks. Before we check out the dashboard, let's take a look at what's inside the Deeper Connect Mini set. Here's what you get: the Deeper Connect Mini device, which is the main part of the set, a mini router with antennas, which will enable this Deeper Connect to have Wi-Fi. You can also find a USB cable and an Ethernet cable. What I really like about the Deeper Connect Mini is that it lets you create two different Wi-Fi networks. You can have one regular network that you're already used to, plus one special decentralized network using the Deeper Connect antennas. To me, having two separate networks is super cool. It means you can keep your online activities private and safe while still using your regular internet. This way you can enjoy a secure internet experience without worrying about privacy. Overall, the Deeper Connect Mini set is a great choice for anyone who wants better security on their internet. Setting up the Mini is straightforward. First, plug in the USB-C cable and the power supply for the device. Next, you want to connect the mini router using a USB-C cable. Then take the included Ethernet cable and connect one end to your internet source. In my case, it will be my switch. Once everything is plugged in, you'll want to connect to the Deeper Connect Wi-Fi network. Same process as before. Find the Wi-Fi Deeper Connect device. The password will be I love Deeper. Then you can go on a browser on your phone or computer and go to the same webpage, 34.34.34.34. The password is admin and the username is also admin. Now that we are connected, we have the full Deeper Network dashboard. Inside the dashboard, you'll find some information about your CPU and memory and your upload and download rates. Now we can set our DPN, which is our IP address, right here. You have several modes: smart route, recommended, full route, or disabled. Disabled means you're not using the services of Deeper Network. Smart route will give you the fastest connection, while full route connects your IP address fully through someone else's IP address. The full route will decrease your internet speed. And we also have a tunnel section. We can select different regions to connect to. So for example, if we want all our traffic to be routed through a different country, we can click on full route and through which country we have set in the tunnel mode. Canada, I'll hit apply, operation success. Now if I want to check out my IP address, I'll go to Google, what's my IP, go to this link, and it can tell us that we're currently in Toronto. So that's pretty cool. Now if I want to connect, for instance, to China, let's hit apply and let's do the same process as before and just Google what's my IP, and currently our IP address is changed, as you can see. And what we can do now is turn on the app relocator, and we can actually choose what website goes through which server, through which country we want. So if we want Netflix from the United States, we can connect it through here. But if we want Britain instead, we'll do that. But if we want at the same time YouTube to be here, it already tells you Ukraine right now is the best method. So I'm trying to add Ukraine, which is not possible because we need to go to tunnel and add Ukraine. There you go. And there we find it. Let's hit refresh and we have some IP addresses. Let's go back to app relocator and set it to Ukraine. And now we're connected to Ukraine. So this feature is great if you're using services like Netflix, Disney+, YouTube, and want access content from a specific country. By default, the device has an ad blocker enabled that blocks trackers and malware. So something that I was a bit worried about is how people can use my IP address for malicious reasons. From my research, you don't need to worry too much about this, as Deeper has 4 effective ways to protect yourself. Let's quickly go over them. One of the first things you can do to prevent others from using your IP address to download through BitTorrents or torrents, do this. Go to your settings, sharing, and click on configuration. Now, it's already disabled by default, but you want to make sure to just double check that. The second method is to create a blacklist. First, make sure to enable web filter rules. Once you've done that, you'll find the option to create your own blacklist. So apply web filter rules under sharing filter. Then you want to go on security and click on customize DNS rules. Here you can either block, list websites, or upload a list. The third way to protect yourself is by using the sharing log. This feature is invaluable if any internet service provider or another party claims that you have done something wrong. You can select a date and range and search for the IP that has accessed your network. Finally, if you're still not comfortable sharing your bandwidth, that's perfectly okay. The most effective way then is to disable it completely. You want to simply scroll down to the sharing settings right here and disable sharing entirely. Now keep in mind that while you won't be sharing your bandwidth, you can still use all the DPN functions without any issues. However, by not sharing, you won't earn organic credit score. You can still earn credits by just using the DPN network, but it will give you less. Additionally, I connected to Turkey to explore the possibilities of obtaining a YouTube Premium account at a much lower price. Instead of paying the usual €20, I got to spend €1.50. I was able to get the subscription, and this is not only to highlight the flexibility of the app relocator, but also demonstrates how it can be used to save money while accessing premium services. These situations were part of my testing for educational purposes, allowing me to understand how effective the DPR network is. Now, let's take a look at the pros and cons of the Deeper Connect. Let's start with the Air. I really like the compact design. It's beneficial and easy to carry everywhere. The setup is super straightforward, making it user-friendly for everyone. One thing that I did note is that the device might get pretty hot quickly. After about 10 minutes, it can feel a bit warm. so that might be a bit uncomfortable. I usually bring devices like these when I travel because they're incredibly useful, especially on a hotel Wi-Fi, which can be unreliable. And if we look at the Deeper Connect mini set, I truly love that setup. I'll use that mainly for home. I'll always have it connected to my network and I can choose whether I want to use that Wi-Fi or not. And I also have the option to connect the other Wi-Fi Ethernet port to my router. That way, everything will go through the Deeper network. All my devices, included my switch, but I'm choosing to use it only through the Wi-Fi way. It's just a bit more simple for me. Now, one thing you might notice is that you'll never get the full speed of your home network when connecting through the Deeper network. But if you're using a VPN, a normal third-party VPN provider, you have the same experience because it always relies on a server that is located further ahead. Another interesting aspect of the Deeper network is the crypto mining feature. By linking your crypto wallet, you can earn passive income by sharing your bandwidth with other Deeper Connect users, making this feature an attractive option for those looking to capitalize on their internet connection. But currently the tokenomics could use improvement. There aren't many use cases for this token yet. It's pretty easy to enable yourself for the mining, but you do have to get some DPRs and you have to stake them for several months. I have done this in the past. Unfortunately, I didn't hold on to it. I should have. So you can already earn organically DPR, but if you really want to earn much more coins, you gotta go and stake. There's a staking tutorial, so it will be explained. You can connect your MetaMask and create a Binance Smart Chain wallet. You can purchase the coins and stake them. So basically, the crypto mining feature allows users to earn money by simply sharing your bandwidth, and you can generate passive income without any extra effort on your part, except that you have to stake some DPR coins. Overall, I love the Deeper network. It really has some cool features that you won't find somewhere else. The only concern that I might have is that I might be still worried about the fact that others on my network might visit websites that could be illegal. While I haven't heard any reports of any issues on my research, and the project has been on the market for several years now, I guess time will tell how this will evolve. But like I just showed you, you can just turn off the sharing part entirely and you're 100% safe. No one can use your network. Overall, the Deeper Connect is a useful device for anyone looking for a compact, secure VPN solution. If you're interested in getting one, I'll have a link in the description. Let me know in the comments if you use a VPN, have tried Deeper Network before, and would like to share your thoughts on it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tech reviews.